Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Higurashi When They Cry. Last episode we tried having a normal day at school, but that failed miserably. We tried finding Rika, we spoke with her, and she was just acting really weird. Just like everyone else has been, yeah, everyone's just so suspicious. And then, yeah, that was pretty much all of last episode. So without further ado, let's just get into the next episode. Oh yeah, there we go. There's my save right there. There we go. After dinner, without the energy to watch TV, I climbed into the futon in my bedroom and let my head be overtaken by gloomy thoughts. I told Rika-chan anything and everything. She had seemed trustworthy at the time, but had that really been the right choice? The more I look back on it, the less I understood what Rika-chan was saying. Yeah, that's an understatement. Not only did she know about Takano-san and Tomitake-san's death, but she spoke of them as if she were a concerned party. After all this time, in my futon, I began to tremble fiercely. Yeah, I'd be really confused too. Had I been lured in by Rika-chan's sweet smile and told her things I shouldn't have? I don't think so, because she's like an elementary schooler. I mean, I doubt this is like 500 IQ child, so I'm gonna let it slide, but I mean, it is a little weird. I should have continued to feign ignorance. Keiichi, literally, why? Stop. Stop trying to feign ignorance. Everybody knows. You might as well admit to it. I shouldn't have shown her such a weak side of me. It's okay to show your friends a weak side of you. My emotions are a mix of regret and fear, and they colored the darkness of the night with an additional layer of terror. God, you get scared very easily. Suddenly a knock! I had to yell. Oh my god, Keiichi is amazing to me. That's how surprised I was.
Keiichi!
Keiichi,
さっきから呼んでるぞ。
I've been calling your name for a while.
電話だ。
You have a phone call. Oh, is it Shion again?
園崎さんから。
It's from Sonozaki-san. Oh, that doesn't really help, but I'm assuming it's Shion. It was Dad. I reached out for the cordless phone through the gap in my door.
園崎さんってどっち？
Sonozaki-san? Which one?
姉？
The older sister or
妹？
the younger?
そんなのは知らん。
I don't know.
自分で出て聞きなさい。
Ask her yourself. I don't know why they just say, oh yeah, it's the younger one. Or the other one. I took the receiver and buried myself in my futon again. Oh my god.
もしもし。
Hello?
ミオンか？
Mion?
シオンか？
Or is it Shion? Should be Shion, right?
私です。
It's me. Okay, it is Shion.
シオンです。
Shion.
こんばんは。
Good evening. I practically jumped out of bed. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, that's right. We needed to talk to you, and oh yeah, I yelled at you last time. You better apologize for that. It was Shion, who I hope so desperately would call me back last night.
シオン！ゆうべ
Oh, okay.
すま
I'm
なかった。
glad. You apologized right away. I was worried you were gonna be like, forget to do, not forget, but like, I'm glad we're starting off on a happy note. That corpse party episode low-key scarred me a little bit. Whoa! No, what is happening? Oh! Oh my! That's...
シオン！
Chino! What? Oh, dead. I'm scared you actually. Oh! Whoa! I'm happy to get into some decent vibes after that last one. That one scarred me a little bit. Shion, sorry about last night.
つい興奮して。
I got all riled up. Oh boy. I heard what sounded like a deep sigh on the other end.
俺もシオンも同じ立場なんだよな。
You and me are in the same position, aren't we?
一方的に責めるような言い方をして悪かった。
I shouldn't have blamed you for everything like that.
もうしない。
I'm sorry.
謝るから機嫌を直してくれ。
I'm sorry, so please cheer up.
機嫌を直したから電話したんです。
I called you because I'm in a better mood. Okay, you're definitely mad. Still.
後悔したなら許してあげますから、もう謝るのをやめてください。
I can't tell if you mean that or not. And that's, oh man, I can't tell what people mean anymore. If you're sorry, then I'll forgive you, so please stop apologizing. Shion's tone still sounded a little angry, but for the moment she said she'd forgive me.
ケイちゃんの言うように、私たちは運命共同体なんです。
You're right too. We're tied to the same fate.
互いの無事の確認が自分たちの安全の唯一の保証なんです。
Making sure the other is alright is the only way to guarantee our own safety. That's such a weird line to me.
それについては同感
Yeah,
だ。
I guess. Yeah, I agree.
だから私たちは互いの知っている情報を共有する必要があります。
We absolutely need to share whatever information we have. Well, I don't think we have much at the moment.
高野さんたちみたいな死に方をしないために。
So that we don't die, like Takano-san and Tometake-san did. Gulp. I forced myself to swallow a solid drop of saliva. That is... wow, okay.
では
the unnecessary details I did not need to know. Then let's continue from where we left off.
もう怒らないで聞いてくれますよね。
She'll listen without getting angry this time, right? Oh my god, okay, you're still mad. God.
あ
Yeah,
あ、大丈夫だ。
I'll be fine.
まず
Oh, here we go. Firstly,
私たちが思っている以上に最後殿に忍び込んだことは禁
it
忌
seems
Taboo
sneaking
だったみたい
into
ね
the ritual storehouse was more of a taboo than we thought. Takano-san and Tometake-san's miserable ends. Terrible enough that you could call them a warning. They were more than enough to make me believe that.
犯人たちは最後殿を怪我した首謀格のあの二人を殺し次に私たちを狙います。
The culprits killed those two, the ones responsible for sullying the storehouse. And they'll come for us next.
否定したいでしょうがこれを認めてください。
I know you want to deny that, but please accept it. I mean, we haven't seen any actual signs of us actually, like, being targeted per se yet. I mean, we've been asked, and I'm assuming a lot of people assume that, especially the police, and that's probably why she's asking us that. But still, like, it's just confusing. I don't know. We don't necessarily know that for a fact they want to kill it. This is our like guess. But I mean, it's very believable.
失踪してから認めてももう遅いんですよ。
It'll be too late to believe me after you disappeared, okay?
わかってるって。
I got it.
用心に越したことはないからな。
You can never be too careful after all.
私も本当は認めたくありません。
I don't want to accept it either.
あんな拷問ドームの博覧会を覗き見したことがあんな殺され方をする理由になるなんて
To
絶
think
対
that...
に信じたくない。
Okay, I didn't like that. Thanks for pausing. To think that sneaking a peek at that museum with torture devices deserves a death like that, I don't want to believe it. I mean, yeah, it's absurd. Why would someone have to die over something like that? That's what a taboo is. For those who honor it, if one breaks the taboo, no matter how small or innocent their intentions were, they wouldn't be forgiven.
互いに何か気になることがあったら報告し合いましょう。
Let's report anything we notice that seems strange.
互いの持つ小さな断片を合わせていけばひょっとすると高野さんたちを殺したいえ今年の事件に限らない。
If we connect all the tiny pieces that we have, then just maybe we'll find out who killed them. Or maybe even the truth behind the incidents of the previous years.
過去の連続事件を解決する鍵が見つかるかもしれ
If
ま
we
せん。
find the key that'll resolve everything. I doubt that, considering this is chapter 2. But I mean, hey, maybe we'll learn something out of this.
そうだな。
You're right.
確かにそうだ。
You're right about that. Last time we didn't even get the basics outside of their deaths. We learned literally nothing outside of how they died, and we got no closer to that. I mean, at most we learned that he was injected, but we already knew that a while ago. So it's just like, I don't know. I guess I'm just confused. All I was doing was waiting in fear, but Shion had already thought that far ahead. You know how trustworthy she felt. I became embarrassed over how passive I was being. But she's a lot more serious,
では
which is to be
まずは言い
expected.
出した私から行きます。
Then I'll start since I suggested it.
最近誰かに監視されているような気がしま
I
す。
feel like somebody's been watching me lately. Weird, because I have not at all. But maybe I just haven't noticed. What?
と言っても気のせいかもしれません。
I feel like, might be my imagination, but
でも一応報告します。
footsteps? I'll tell you anyway.
今は気のせいだと思っていますけど もしもケイちゃんも同じように誰かに監視されているように
I
感じる
think
なら、
it's just me, but if you feel like you're being watched too, K-chan, then
これは気のせいじゃないのかもしれませんから。
maybe it's not just my imagination.
そういうことなら安心しろ。
Well, don't worry.
少なくとも俺の方は大丈夫だ。
At the very least, everything's been fine for me. I think. There's the I think part. As I spoke with Shion, I thought back on today. I had no grounds to say that everything was fine.
そうですか。
I see.
では気のせいということにしますが、ケイちゃんも注意してください。
Then I suppose it was my imagination, but you be careful too, K-chan.
特に一人で表を歩くときは細心の注意を払ってください。
Be especially careful when you're by yourself in public.
私は沖宮ですから、一人きりになることはそうそうありませんが、
I'm in
ケイちゃ
Okinomiya,
んはひなみ沢です。
so I won't be alone very often, but you live in Hinuizawa.
一人ぼっちになることも多いはずです。
There will be a lot of times you'll be alone.
特に注意してください。
Please be extra careful. I mean, oh man. It's nice to have an ally, finally. I mean, I didn't really have an ally before. I mean, my last ally was in Chapter 1, and that was Oishi. Then we had our happy fun times, and then now, yeah, now Shion's my ally, I guess. But I don't know if I want to trust her still yet. Because everyone's been shifty to me, and I don't know what to believe.
そうだな。
You're right.
気をつけるよ。
Yeah, I'll be careful. I mean, yeah, I guess people are died, and it's just, I don't know. I guess I'm not taking, like, the implications, like, just too literally, I guess. Because it's like, obviously someone died that they know, and, like, they think they're next. And I guess that's why I guess I can see her behavior as being, like, strange, I guess. But I'm just like, it hasn't hit for me that they're dead. Even though I know it, it's just, I don't know. I'm just using video game logic.
それからお姉なんですが、
Oh, here we go.
何か変わった様子はありませんか？
Also, about my sister. Has she been acting strange lately?
お姉ってミオンのことか？
Bro just forgot that she was his sister. She was his sister. Ah! I said his, as if I was talking about Keiichi, bro. I was about to make a joke that, oh yeah, he forgot that Shion was Mion's sister. And then I said he and I ruined it. Oh my god. Oh, Mion, right.
変わった様子ってどういうことだ？
What do you mean by acting strangely? Okay, so she probably knows that Mion's pissed at her.
先日、私、
Oh, yeah.
渡流しの
Well, yesterday, she came to me and asked me where I was on the night of Watanagashi.
え？
What?
それは俺もだよ。
She asked me too.
一昨日かな。
The day before
Mionに
yesterday,
聞かれた。
I think. Mion asked me.
やっぱりですか。
I see.
私は行ってないと答えました。
I told her I wasn't there.
ケイちゃんは
What did you say? Well, we said
同
the
じだ
same
よ。
thing. I did the same thing.
ごまかした。
I just dodged the question. Both of us gave a quiet sigh of relief.
渡流しの晩以降、お姉の様子はおかしいです。
Since the night of the festival, my sister's been acting strange. I should just went with Watanagashi. You would
用
probably
心
be
に
fine
越
if I
した
messed
ことは
up.
ありませんので、注意してくださいね。
Can't be too careful, so just be aware, okay? Mion was acting strangely. Aside from her asking me about the night of Watanagashi, she hadn't seemed too out of the ordinary. At least, from my point of view. Her twin sister, though, was saying she was acting weird. Maybe it was such a slight change that a stranger like me wouldn't be able to notice.
わかった。
Got it.
少し用心するよ。
I'll start being careful.
帰り道は必ずレナも一緒だから、二人きりになるってこともそうそうないしな。
I'll always have Rena with me on my way back from school, so I shouldn't end up alone with Mion very often.
用心してください。
Yeah, and she hasn't been acting weird either, so we can actually depend on Rena here in this chapter, or world, or whatever. Please be careful.
気になることがあったら教えてくださいね。
If there's anything that's bothering you, you can tell me.
わかった。
Alright. Anything else?
では、ケイちゃんの方では何か私に話すことはありませんか？
Okay, then is there anything you want to tell me, Kei-chan? My turn. Oh no. Oh no. Please don't tell her about your conversation with Rika. I feel like that's a oh. That's not the best idea because we still don't know until I see them like in the same room with me. I don't know. It's gonna be a lot difficult to tell who is who. Cause I mean, Mion. No, I still don't get the switching situation. So it's like, oh my. I think definitely, yeah, no, okay. I'm trying to remember, yeah. I believed it was Mion who posed as Shion, so I'm thinking she could still do that. And that's what's scary, is that she still can easily mimic Shion. Because they were technically the exact same. So it's like, this could be Mion and she's fishing for a reaction out of me. We really don't know. Shion could still be mad for all we know. That's right. Maybe I should inform Oishi-san asking me the same question at the library. Oh, that's what you're going to tell her about. Interesting.
ケイちゃんが逃げ遅れたあの時の話ですね。
Oh, that time when you were too slow to escape? Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
大石さんにかなり強い口調で聞かれたよ。
Yeah, Oishi-san asked me pretty forcefully because he knew
あの晩、高野さんたちと一緒にいなかったか、
whether I was
シオンに会わなかったかって。
whether I was with Takano-san and Tomitake-san that night and whether I had seen you.
大石さんは俺たちが4人一緒にいたところを見ていたようだった。
Oishi-san seemed to have seen the four of us together.
警察にしてみれば高野さんたちが最後に会った人間ということになりますからね。
From the police's point of view, that would make us the last people who had seen them.
私たちに興味を持つのはある意味当然でしょうね。
I suppose, given that, it's only natural that they'd be interested in us.
こっちもごまかしたけど、かえって興味を持たれたかもしれない。
I evaded the questions then too, but that might have just made them more interested. Yeah, there's no way I could have tricked that sly old fox Oishi-san. My troubled countenance would have only made him even more certain.
なあ、シオン。
Hey, Shion.
警察なら言っちゃってもいいんじゃないのか？
Since they're the police, shouldn't we just tell them? I mean, they would keep it secret.
むしろ俺たちの状況を思えば、警察を味方につけるのはプラスだと思うぞ。
Considering our situation, I think having them on our side would be a good thing. That's actually a good point. Shion didn't answer right away. Why not? For a few moments, all I could hear was her breathing as she thought about it. It's a little strange. I mean, wouldn't you just go like, yeah? I mean, I guess I'm
そういえ
menacing.
ば大石さんはミオンに何らかの嫌疑があるなんて言ってたような気がする。
Oishi-san said there was something pretty, possibly shady about Mion. At least I think that's what he said. Yeah.
確かにそう言ってた。
Yeah, he definitely did.
昨日も話しました通り、園崎家はひなみ沢に強い影響力を持っています。
As I explained yesterday, the Sonozaki family holds a lot of influence over Hinamizawa.
大石は一連の連続開始事件を園崎本家が中心になった村ぐるみの犯行だと疑っていますから。
So he believes the Sonozaki family at the center of it. How interesting. I mean, that would explain why Mion didn't like him at all. That makes a lot more sense now. Because she that ties up a few ends that I was always wondering about. Wow. Yeah, okay.
園崎家が中心になった。
The whole village, though. I don't believe the whole... I'm assuming they mean, like, most of the village, but, like, come on. Like, you're not including the kids in that. I'm not gonna include kids like Rika and, like, Sadako or, like, Okamura and what's that other guy's name? I forgot his name. Forgot the other guy's name that we met this chapter. The other, like, his friend. Forgot. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I forgot about him. I can't believe I remembered him. That's the funnier part. But still, yeah, the whole center, I don't believe that. Please don't get angry like you did yesterday and just listen. Oh, sorry. That was... I hammered that home before I got too upset.
ひなみ沢のダム闘争の時、
Oh, this
リー
thing.
ダーシップを期待された神主があまりに日和見だったので、園崎本家が首謀閣になって決起したんです。
During the Hinamizawa Dam Wars, the priest who everyone was anticipating to lead the anti-dam movement acted as though he were unrelated. So the Sonozaki main house rose up to take charge.
戦いの歴史については、お姉から聞いてますよね。
My sister told you about all the battles that happened, right? Oh yeah, Shion.
ああ、
Yeah.
ひなみ沢全体で 一丸となって戦ったんだろ
All of Hinamizawa got together and fought as one.
デモをしたり、裁判に訴えたり、テレビに出たり。
They held protests, brought it to the court, and even appeared on TV.
実際はもっともっと過激なこともたくさん行われたん
In
です。
reality, there were many things that happened that were far more extreme.
園崎本家が水面下で様々な違法な抵抗活動を行ったと
Under
言
the
われていま
surface,
す。
the Sonozaki main house was doing all sorts of illegal things to oppose it,
違法な抵抗活動
acting illegally.
例えば夜中に建設現場に忍び込み機材を盗んだり
Whoa.
壊したり建設重機のガソリンタンクに角砂糖を入れたりとか
For example, they would sneak into the construction site in the middle of the night and steal equipment, or break it, or put sugar cubes in the gasoline tanks of the construction vehicles. Sugar cubes?
ガソリン
Whoa!
タンクに砂糖
Sugar in their gasoline tanks?
なんでそんなことを
Why would they?
知らないんですか？
You don't know? I mean, I'm assuming it's bad. Like when I think gasoline and then sugar, I'm thinking something. I don't know what that does though.
戦争中にフランスの地下組織なんかがやった典型的なゲリラ活動です
Practically
よ。
the representative guerrilla tactic. That's definitely wrong, but it was used by underground organizations in France in World War II for one. What?
砂糖を入れるとエンジンが焦げついて壊れちゃうんですよ。
When you put sugar in, the engine gets burned out and breaks down. Wow. That's pretty bad though, isn't it? I mean, yeah. It was destruction of property and nothing less. Oh
建
yeah.
設現場への監視が強化されると今度は工事の重要な立場にある人間への攻撃に変更されました。
When they beefed up the guard at the construction facility, the family turned to attacking important construction personnel who worked there. I am not liking what I'm hearing.
工事を認可した役人たちには様々な脅迫が行われました。
The government officials who had given permission for the construction, for example, received all kinds of threats.
それは県庁の役人だけでなく建設省の偉い役人にまで及んだそうです。
Not just people from the prefectural office either. Apparently this reached as far as the Ministry of Construction. Wow. That is actually very interesting.
聞いた話では
As far as I've heard, they've even
子供の
kidnapped
誘
a
拐
child
までやっ
once.
たとか。
Whoa. That is quite crazy.
誘拐
Kidnapped?
ええ、
Yes.
建設省の南沢ダムを担当する偉い人の子供が神隠しにあったんですよ。
Whoa. Yes. The child of an important person in the Ministry of Construction who was in charge of the Hinamizawa Dam got spirited away. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I was under the impression that year someone already got spirited away or like demoned away. So what is this?
で、ある日突然
Oh, okay.
南沢のもっと上流の高津戸の山中で保護されまして
Then one day, all of a sudden, he was rescued in the Takatsudo Mountains, which are upstream from Hinamizawa.
犯行声明はなかったって言われてるんですけどダム工事を中止するようにとの脅迫があったのではないかと囁かれています。
Apparently, there were never any criminal accusations, but people whispered that it had been a threat to stop the dam construction from happening.
他にも枚挙にいとまがないほどの脅迫の話があります。
それ
Oh
は
god, no,
確かに
every time.
ちょっとやばいな。
And I clicked the wrong button again. Besides that, there are stories about so many different threats that I couldn't possibly list them all. Wow, that's sort of bad, isn't it? Yeah, no kidding. Holy crap, I did not expect Mion's family to be this bad.
そんな最中だったんですよ。
Right in the middle of the whole thing,
第一の事件、
the first incident happened. Okay, so
現場監督のバラバラ殺人があったのは
that's when the dismemberment of the construction manager occurred.
園崎家が主犯格の男を買収したのではと囁かれてますが何しろ今日も逃走中ですからね。
People whispered that the Sonozaki family had bought out the principal offender, but of course, he fled and they still haven't found him. I wonder where he is. It's gonna be explained eventually, I'm assuming. If you put it that way, the Sonozaki family definitely seems suspicious.
犯人も口封じで消したんじゃないかって大石は思ってるみたいです。
Oishi-san even seems to think that the criminal was erased so he wouldn't talk,
当然ですね。
which is pretty reasonable of him.
身内である私ですら
you enough to make me think
その先本家の暗躍があったのではないかと思ってるくらいですから。
that the Sonozaki main house is doing some really shady things behind the scenes, even though I'm related to them.
それを俺に信じろってのか？
Are you telling me to believe that?
ミオンの園崎本家がそんな悪いことをやってきたと信じろというのか？
Are you telling me, oh yeah, that's right, that the Sonozaki main family, where Mion lives, has done all of those bad things? You're telling me to believe it?
ケイちゃんが信じなくても村人たちは信じてます。
Even if you don't, Kei-chan, the villagers do.
自分たちが綺麗な抵抗運動をする陰で園崎家が汚い抵抗運動をしてくれた。
Even if you don't, Kei-chan, the villagers do. While they oppose the dam in upright and lawful ways, the Sonozaki house did the dirty work for them.
自分たちの矢面に立って戦ってくれたんだってみんな思ってます。
Everyone believes that they fought at the front, so they take the brunt of the criticism.
ですからちょっとしたダークヒーローとして崇められているんですよね。
So they're respected as sort of heroes of darkness. What?
私が知っているのは本当に一部だけだと思います。
I think I only really know one part of it.
例えば誘拐なんかの特にヤバい話は当主のバッチャーを含めほんの数人しか知らされてないと思います。
For example, the really bad stuff, like the kidnapping, I think only a handful of people even know about it, including Grandma.
園崎家は秘密主義ですから。
Sonozaki family is secretive after all.
秘密主義か。
Secretive, huh? Family's so unforthcoming that even Shion, who is related to them, doesn't know everything about them. Well, I mean, yeah, she's not in the main house, so it makes sense. The Sonozaki family, unlike Shion, her older twin, Mion, was deeply involved with everything, and that was not a fun thought to entertain.
そういった違法な抵抗運動の中心として年少ながら活躍したのがお姉でした。
My sister, though young, was the one who acted as the center of the illegal resistance movement.
ミオンが？
Mion was?
どういうことだよ？
What do you mean?
うちのお父さんヤクザの大物ですから。
Well, our dad is a big shot yakuza. Wow, really? I knew obviously she was part of the, yeah, but a big time.
年少のお姉でも若い柄の悪いのを何人も従えることができました。
Even when she was little, my sister managed to subjugate a bunch of younger street rats.
で、様々な嫌がらせや妨害をやってのけたんです。
Then she played all sorts of tricks on them and generally got in their way. Wow.
ミオンが？
Mion did that?
今はなんだかのんびりした雰囲気だから想像もつかないでしょうが。
Now she's pretty laid back, so it might be hard to imagine.
器物破損から脅迫、暴行まで一通りこなして何度も補導されたんですよ。
She did everything, from property damage to threats and even acts of violence. And she was picked up for it countless times.
子供ですからすぐに釈放してもらえたみたいですけどね。
Though since she was a kid, they could get her released pretty easily.
お姉は自分の年齢が武器になることを知ってたみたいです。
She learned that her age could be used as a weapon. Might have been indiscreet, but I couldn't help but chuckle dryly. She may have been young, but she was certainly still Mion. Even back then, she'd already been known for her craftiness.
笑い事じゃないです。
Nothing to laugh about.
真剣になってください。
Please take this seriously. I mean...
あ、悪い。そんなつもりじゃ。
Sorry. I didn't mean to... She had gotten pretty angry at me.
まあ、そんな不良娘だったお姉もいつの間にか園崎本家の重鎮。
Well, her delinquency soon got her into a position of authority in the Sonozaki main house.
大石がバラバラ殺人以降の事件を疑いたくなるのもまあ無理ないことです。
It's not unthinkable that Oishi suspects them for the dismemberment incident, and the later ones too. I mean, I can certainly believe the first one, but the other ones are like... I can give like the first one as the most reasonable motive. The rest are just kind of like, I mean, they just get more ridiculous when you think about it. Like, this doesn't work out. I can really only think of the first one. For a few moments, I was dumbstruck at the tales of Mion's past. Yeah, I don't think we even learned. I mean, we kind of learned about it before, but I mean, we didn't know she was Yakuza Chapter 1 when Oishi gave us that lore dump on her. None of them matched the image I had of her. I mean, yeah. A younger Mion, dirtying her hands with all sorts of crimes, giving the damn construction project hell. As the successor to the Sonozaki main family, she was always right at the center of the vortex of strange incidents occurring year after year. Was that really the Mion I know? Maybe the one I know isn't the real Mion? That's a very good question. I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't bring myself to accept these images of Mion I was hearing from another person that happened to be your sister.
まあ、話を戻します。
Well, back to the main subject.
お姉が注意に値する存在であることは理解してもらえたと思います。
I just wanted you to know that my sister is someone worth being cautious around.
注意してください。
Please be careful. I didn't want to understand. Mion was a fantastic friend. She would never do something to back me to a corner like that. Well, she did ask me pretty harshly about the night of the festival. But even that, it wasn't like she'd said it in a mean way or anything.
わかった。
Alright,
気をつけるようにするよ。
I'll make sure to be careful.
私とお姉は血のつながった姉妹ですが、園崎家にあってはまるで格が違うんです。
We're sisters related by blood, but within the Sonozaki family, we're basically of a different class.
私とはとても遠い存在だということを認識してください。
I want you to recognize how distant my position is from hers.
お願いします。
Please. The more Shion tells me about Mion, the less I understand who Mion is. Mion I know wasn't a dangerous person. She joked around, smiled a lot, and was full of passion. Now that I'd realized I'd held such a view towards her, Shion was telling me to change it. Be careful around the best friend ever. Oh, man. To doubt her. The idea was very sad and painful.
で、大石の件ですが、
Now, about Oishi.
ケイちゃんがいいと判断するなら、必要な情報を与えてもいいと思いま
If
す。
you think it's a good idea, then I think we should give him the information he needs. Okay, good.
やはり警察を味方につけるのは、私たちに有利に働くと思い
I
ます。
think getting the police on our side will work in our favor. I think that's the first thing we should have done and not yelled at each other, but sure. Thumbs up there.
やっぱりシオンもそう思うか。
You thought so too, Shion. Oh my god, you thought of common sense!
ただ、今説明した通り、園崎の人間はそもそも警察に睨まれているんです。
At the moment, like I explained, the police have their eyes on the Sonozaki family already.
特に大石は、園崎家が丸ごと連続事件の黒幕だと決めてかかってますからね。
Oishi in particular completely believes that they're the masterminds behind the serial incidents. Oh, he won't really believe you, huh? Is it gonna have to be me that gives him the information?
それはもちろん私も含めて
That
です。
includes me, of course. Okay, I thought so. I figured.
ですから、私はあまり大石には関わりたくないんです。
So, I don't really want much to do with Oishi. I figured. I see. If Oishi-san had found out that the Sonozaki family's strife-filled history, then he probably wouldn't be very happy with Shion either. At last, I understood Mion's instinctive dislike for Oishi-san.
どうせバレてはいるんですが、一応私の名前を伏せておいてください。
Probably out in the open at this point, but try not to give my name to him.
それだけ守ってくれれば、大石には何を話しても問題ないと思います。
If you agree to that, then I don't think there's a problem with you telling him anything.
わかった。
I got it.
伏せるようにするよ。
I won't mention your name.
警察の捜査力は、今の私たちにはとても心強い武器になると思います。
The police's investigative ability should be quite a reliable weapon for us right now.
大石が興味深い話をしたら、私にも聞かせてくださいね。
If Oishi tells you anything interesting, then let me know as well. Okay.
ああ、もちろんだ。
Yeah, of course.
情報は互いに交換し、研究し合おう。
We'll share information and investigate together.
高野さんたちを殺したのは誰なのか。
Who killed Takano-san and Tomitake-san?
そして俺たちを狙うのは誰なのか。
Who's after us?
それがわかるまで、俺たちは自衛しなくてはならない。
So we know we need to defend ourselves.
あとはありますか？
Anything else?
大石に聞かれたこと以外は。
Besides what Oishi told you, I mean.
身に起こったことはどんな些細なことでも教えてください。
If anything has happened, no matter how minor, please tell me. Aside from my discussion with the Oishi-san. Oh. Should I tell her that I revealed everything to Rika-chan? Rika-chan was acting like she knew something I didn't. She told me to leave it to her, but what? Ah, that's right. When I was talking to her, I mentioned Shion's name too. Was that a mistake? Most definitely. Felt like Shion would get angry.
何もないんですか？
Nothing else?
ケイちゃん、
Kei-chan? I had remained quiet for a little while, so Shion encouraged me to speak, unable to bear the silence.
えっと、
As I struggled with what to say, Shion addressed me instead.
ないようでしたら私から聞きたいんですけど。
Doesn't sound like it, so can I ask you something? Wow. I thought you'd press me instead.
私もついさっき聞いたんですが、君吉のおじいちゃんが行方不明になったって。
I just heard this
本当ですか？
myself. Is it true that old man Kimiyoshi went missing? The old man Kimiyoshi? My gut told me that was the name of the mayor, yes.
村長さんのことか？
You mean the mayor?
なんだシオン、聞いてないのか？
Wait, Shion, you haven't heard?
何も知らないです。
I don't know anything, yet you live in Okonomiya, right?
お父さんが電話でそう話してるのまた盗み聞いただけですから。
I just overheard my dad talking about it on the phone again. I realize I shouldn't have said that. Here in Hinamizawa, things that happen around this time, when Oyashiro-sama's curse would recur, would all be covered up.
ああ、
Yeah.
実はな、昨べ会合の後、家に帰ってこないとかで、ひなみ沢中で大騒ぎになったんだ。
Actually, last night, after a meeting, he didn't come home, so all of Hinamizawa was confused.
村中で探したみたいだけど、まだ見つかったって話は聞かないな。
They searched all through the village, but if they've found him, then I haven't heard.
警察も探してるはずなんだけど。
The police should be searching for him as well. Oh my fucking god!
してくれなかったんですか？
Jesus, why the hell? Excuse my language. What the hell was that? Was that really necessary? I'm sorry, my eyes, like, no, bro, that actually scared me. Like, why did you do that? Why didn't you tell me something that important right away? I'm sorry, that scared me so bad. Why? What? Okay, let's continue. I'm not pausing for unimportant bits. That scared me so bad. She shouted angrily at me, bringing all her emotion to bear.
悪い。もう知ってると思ってたんだよ。
Sorry, I thought you already knew.
隠す気なんかなかった。
I didn't want to hide it or anything. The receiver was silent. Did Shion get mad again and hang up? Oh my
お
god.
い、シオン、もしもし？
Hey Shion, hello?
ケイちゃん、私どうしよう。
Kei-chan, what should I do? Shion's tiny, confused voice sounded like it belonged to a different person than the one yelling a few seconds ago.
どうした？
What's wrong?
話せよ。
Tell me.
俺たちの間で隠し事はなしだろ？
We're not keeping secrets from each other, right? Shion hesitated for a long while, but then she confessed.
ごめん。
I'm sorry.
I 隠すつもりはなかったんです。
I didn't mean to hide it.
ちょっと言うのが前後したっていうか。
It's just that, well, the conversation got turned around and
俺たちは仲間だろ。
we're on the same side, right?
怒ったりしないから正直に話せ
I
よ。
won't get mad, so tell me honestly. Shion still hesitated for a few moments. Then, in a resigned voice, she continued.
私、
I...
君吉のおじいちゃん
Oh, no.
打ち明けたんです。
Old man Kimiyoshi, I told him everything. Shion seemed to think I would yell at her right after she said that, so I heard her catching her breath. Contrary to what she thought, I was a little relieved. No, you should not be relieved. Keiichi, are you not realizing... Are you not realizing, like, she told someone who went missing. about what happened. And you told someone what happened. Put two and two together, what do you get? Oh no. But I'm gonna let it happen. Maybe it won't happen. Shion had done the same thing I had when I confessed everything to Rika-chan. So, in as gentle a voice as I could, so as to not set her off, I responded.
君吉のじいさんってのはシオンにとって相談できる心安い人なんだろ
Old man Kimiyoshi, he's someone you feel comfortable confiding to, Oh, sorry, that was the wrong tone of voice. He's someone you feel comfortable confiding to, Shion?
はい。
Yes.
私のことを小さい頃から本当に可愛がってくれて。
When I was little, he was really nice to me. Shion felt the same pain as the rest of us from the mayor's disappearance. She had a different kind of strength from Mion. As she continued, her voice sounded truly sad and pain.
私、いつも意地悪なことをしてたのに、
All I did was
いつ
play
もニコ
tricks
ニコ
on
と
him,
笑って、
but he would always just smile.
私の言うことは何でも聞いてくれて、
He listened to anything I had to say.
本当に優しい人だったのに。
He was such a kind person.
落ち着けよシオン
Calm down, Shion.
別に死んでしまったわけじゃないだろ
It's not like he's dead, right? Wow.
そんな簡単に諦めるなよ
Don't lose heart so easily. Yeah, we don't know he's dead, to be fair, and it doesn't make sense for him to die either. Shion didn't answer. Even as I said it myself, I didn't think we'd ever find the missing mayor again. Yeah. We probably wouldn't even figure out if he was alive or dead. Shion must have been thinking the same thing.
村長さんに、
That night,
私、
I told the mayor
最後でに忍び込んだこと、
that we snuck into the ritual storehouse.
誰かにそれを見られてて、私たちを狙っている人がいるって。
Also that someone saw us and was out to get us.
村長さんは高野さんたちがまともじゃない死に方をしたのを知ってるのか
Does the mayor know how absurdly Takano-san and Tomitake-san died? I feel like he definitely
はい、
know. Yes.
知っていました。
He knew about it.
あの二人がお社様のたたりで死んだから、私はその怒りを鎮める生贄にされるんじゃな
I
いかっ
told him
て。
they died by Oishiro-sama's curse. That I could be made a sacrifice to calm his anger.
本当に率直に言いました。
I just said it straight out.
あ
Right.
あそれで
What then?
君吉のおじいちゃん、怒らなかった。
Old man Kimiyoshi didn't get angry. Oh, that's surprising. You'd think the old people, I mean, from what I've seen, the old people, like, really respect the
そ
traditions.
して、にっこり笑って、しおんちゃんがちゃんと反省してるなら、
He smiled,
鬼隠しになんかなるものかって。
then told me that if I was properly sorry about it, there was no way I'd be demoned away.
本当に笑い
He
な
was
がら
really
任せ
smiling.
なさい。
He told me to leave it to him. Oh, I'm gonna believe you. I'm choosing to believe you. Like, okay. I can't really, Till Shion stopped sobbing, I was unable to find any words for her. I don't think you're that good of an actor. Couldn't imagine what kind of person the mayor was, nor what Shion's relationship with him was like. Words of comfort, however, mean so much to us when we're about to be crushed by anxiety. Today, Rika-chan taught me that too. Someone who gave me such a sense of security were to disappear, and I could guess what kind of shock Shion was in.
私のせいです。
It's my fault,
私が
because I
打ち明けてしまったか
I
ら。
revealed everything.
よせよシオン
Stop it, Shion.
シオンのせいじゃないよ
It's not your fault. No!
私のせいなんです。
It is my fault.
私が
I
打ち明けてしまった
I
か
told him
ら。
everything.
君吉のおじいちゃんが知ってしまったから。
Old man Kimiyoshi found out about everything.
殺されてしまった
So
に違いないんです。
he has to have been killed.
だって打ち明けてすぐなんですよ。
It's right after I told him, after all.
打ち明けて大丈夫って言ってくれたその晩に消えてしまったんだ。
He disappeared the same night that I confessed. And he told me everything was going to be alright. He found out. Oh, so he became involved. Oh, he realized it. Yo, I got a chill when he realized it.
話すんじゃなかった。
Oh, it's this music. I should never have told him.
これは全部私たち4人の動画だったはず。
All of this should have just been our fault. Only the four of us.
他人に話してはいけないことだったんです。
wasn't something I should have told to someone else.
話したから殺されてしまった。
She got killed because I told him. Oh my god, you can just feel it, like he is realizing with each word she's saying. I'm getting a chill each time she speaks because it's dawning on
殺されて
me.
しまった。
He got killed because he knew.
打ち明けたから。殺されてしまった。
He got killed because I revealed it.
おい待てよ。
Hey, stop.
そんな奴なら打ち明けた村長を殺す前にお前から先に殺すに決まっ
They
て
were
るじゃない
doing
か。
that. Then they would have obviously killed you before killing the mayor.
順番が違うよ。
The order is all wrong.
殺されるなら俺かシオンが先。
You or I should have been killed first.
他の奴らが先に死んだりするものか。
Why the hell would someone else get killed first?
順番はあります。
No, it's in order.
私たちを一番最後に殺すつもりに違いないんです。
They must be planning to kill us last of all. But why though? Why would they want to kill us last? I don't understand. They were the gravest offenders. They were outside. We at least live in the village.
は？
What?
なんだって？
What?
人を思いに殺さないで。親しい人たちから順々に殺していって、散々悲しい思いをさせた後に殺す。そういう狙いに違いないんです。
They're not killing the first people who come to mind. They start by killing those we're close to. And after they've caused us so much pain, they'll kill us. That must be what they're doing.
落ち着けって。
I said calm down.
シオンは今ショックを受けてパニックを起こしてるだけなんだよ。
Shion, you're in shock. You're panicking.
村長の失踪はシオンとは関係ない。
The mayor's disappearance has nothing to do with you.
無関係だ。
It's unconnected.
高野さんたちの死とも全く関係ないんだ。
It's not related to Tomitake-san and Takano-san dying at all either. The words came out as a scream. As far as shouting them out myself. No!
関係あります。
It is connected.
絶対にそうなんで
It just has to be.
す。私が話したから殺されてしまった。
I told him so he was killed.
だから殺されてしまった。
He got killed because he knew.
打ち明けたから殺されてしまった。
I confessed it to him, so he got killed. She repeated the same thing as before, as though she were in delirium. Despite my trying to console the crazed Shion, for some reason, the shadow at my feet began to freeze. Oh, this is when he realized it. Oh, yep. That shadow. Cold arm reached out. So cold it seemed like it would freeze even my heart just by touching me. And grabbed my ankle. Yo, I'm getting non-stop chills. The heat generated by my body. The arm was absorbing it. It's a horrible chill. Freezing cold. Numbingly frigid. It was an inviolable chill of fear. Though I sympathized with Shion, I had been naive in thinking it was something only she had to worry about. Yep. In my head, Shion's eerie words repeated again and again. He was killed because I told him. He was killed because he found out. I confessed everything. So he was killed. Those words echoed through my head like a monotone mantra. And finally, those even repetitions took on meaning. The quiet shaking that had already overtaken me turned into a violent shiver that shot up my spine.
リカちゃん。
Rika-chan!
リカちゃんだ。
It's Rika-chan! What?
今、なんて言ったんですか？
What did you say just now?
俺も
Well,
実は
the truth is I
打ち明けたんだ。
told her about it.
リカちゃんに
I told
今日
Rika-chan today.
リカちゃんってリカちゃまのことですか？
Rika-chan. I mean Rika-chama.
フルデ神社のリカちゃま？
The one from the Furude Shrine.
そうだよ。リカちゃんだよ。
Yes, Rika-chan.
俺も
I felt
どうしようもなく不安で
I felt so
打ち上げ
scared
たん
and
だ。
uneasy that I did it.
リカちゃんに
I told Rika-chan.
そうしたら
When you
リカ
did,
ちゃまはなんて？
what did she say? The cat is worrying too much. I'll do something about it for sure. That's what Rika-chan said. And then she smiled. She smiled, just like the missing mayor had when he encouraged Shion.
ごめんシオン。
I'm sorry, Shion.
俺ちょっとリカちゃんのことが心配になっちゃって。
I'm worried about Rika-chan.
はい。
Right.
そんなに心配でしたらぜひ電話を。
If you're that concerned, then don't worry about me.
安否を確認してみてください。
Please go find out whether she's safe.
ああ、
Yeah,
そうさせてもらう。
I'll do that.
また明日もこのくらいの時間に連絡します。
I'll call you again tomorrow at the same time.
それをもって私の安否確認としてください。
When I do, you'll know I'm still alright.
わかった。
I
待って
got
る。
it. I'll be waiting.
じゃあな。
Okay, bye.
すまん。
Sorry.
切るぞ。
I'm hanging up. Put down the receiver without waiting for Shion to say goodbye. The danger to Shion and myself was secondary at this point. My sixth sense was blaring alarms in my head. I don't like this feeling. It's really bad. Definitely bad.
くそ。
Damn it.
無事でいてくれ。
Please be safe.
リカちゃん。
Rika-chan. No. Oh, you. Oh, you're lucky. You're lucky. You're lucky we're only probably like 40 minutes in. Oh, damn you. Ah, we gotta do tips. And then we're gonna continue. We're not ending it here. It's too early. I don't like... we didn't get enough here. I don't like it. Yeah, we're gonna go figure out what happened to Rika and we'll end. Alright, new tips. From the scrapbook, whatever number that is. I don't know if it's Roman numerals. Maybe I'm wrong. Probably. 3 families in modern times. As previously described, the 3 families council today is a mere shell of democracy. In reality, it's a dictatorship run by the Sonozaki family. Both the Kimiyoshi and Furude families are far from their former glory, and it doesn't seem at all like they've maintained the ancient traditions. Only the Sonozaki family has retained their glory from the past and has inherited many colorful traditions from the age known as Onigafuchi village. Even the most recent, verifiable example of Watanagashi that occurred at the end of the Meiji era seems to have been done under the orders of the Sonozaki family. Refer to the 3 families genealogically tree from the late Meiji. After the start of the Meiji era, the Sonozaki family wanted to push the development of Hinamizawa village, so they took a strong role in leadership. During the Dam Wars a few years ago, the Kimiyoshi family served as the chair of the opposition alliance, but this was in name only. In actuality, the Sonozaki family reigned as the leader behind the scenes. People whispered that perhaps the Kimiyoshi family dictated acts of opposition that could be publicized. The Sonozaki family enacted those which could not. Even in Hinamizawa, they whispered that the multitude of unsettling incidents reported during the dam protest, such as the kidnapping of the famous head of the Ministry of Construction's son, had been carried out by the Sonozakis. Okay, so that is a true fact. Additionally, they say that perhaps the Sonozaki family's secretive maneuvering was responsible for the serial freak death incidents that have continuously occurred in recent years as well. The serial freak death incidents are without a doubt the second coming of the traditional Watanagashi. They must be enacting the Watanagashi on the day of the original Watanagashi, which has fallen to the level of an ordinary village festival, in order to remind the villagers of the holy laws of Onigafuchi village. It's safe to assert that exploring the Sonozaki family is the fastest route for reaching it today. If I can expose the contents of the Furude Shrine storehouse, I'd like to narrow my research target to the Sonozaki family next. The Sonozaki house is strictly guarded by security cameras on the premises, but thankfully, I've become acquainted with the sisters Mion, the next tier, and Shion. I want this to be a breakthrough I can connect to my next line of research. Okay, wow, about basically everything we already knew, but confirming it through Takano. That's nice. You're coming in clutch for me, even though I don't like you and you're very suspicious to me. Their punishment isn't over? Uh-oh.
いえいえ、気にしないでくださいよ。
Every
この
time I
店
get
で
Noshi
お
Beauty,
で
I'm
んを食べ
happy.
るとですね。
No, don't worry about it. You see, when you order the Odin here,
なぜか年計のガソリンスタンドの請求書に
for
化け
some
ちゃうんですよ。
reason, it ends up on the annual invoice for our gas contracts.
だから遠慮しないでもう一杯飲んでいけばいいのに。
So don't be shy and have another drink. Yeah, well, let's get drunk tonight, man. The man, red-faced, waved his hand to say that he'd had enough, and disappeared into the brilliant neon lights in front of the station.
クマちゃんも勉強しといてくださいよ。謙虚な人が結局一番長生きするんです。
Kuma-chan, you should be taking notes. most modest people are the ones who live the longest.
さっきの話、
Is
本
all
当っすか
that
ね？
true?
さて、それはわからないですけどね。真偽はともかく、そういう話がまことしやかに流れてるってことには意味があると思いますよ。
I don't know about that. Whether or not it's true, I think there's meaning in hearing something that sounds so plausible.
そんなのが村長を狙う動機になりうるんすかね？
Would something like that be your motive to go for the mayor?
クマちゃん、いつも言ってるでしょ。動機っていうのは、その本人に十分でありさえすれば足りるんで
Here's
す。
what I always say. The motive only has to be enough for the person in question. Okay. Only motive for them and not for
価
everybody
値観の
else.
違いをよく考えなくちゃ。
You need to think about how different people value different things. That's
あ、お
very
母さん、
true.
もう一杯ください。
Hey bartender, give me another mug. We're getting drunk tonight. Like, no. Though we have been suppressing the information, Tomitake and Takano's deaths were already known throughout Kinamizawa. All the rumors pointed to them having incurred the wrath of Oyashiro-sama for setting foot in the Forbidden Temple, the storehouse for ritual implements. According to the rumors, there were two other people who went in there with them. Shion Sonozaki and Keiichi Maebara. People were whispering in the shadows that those two would be cursed by Oyashiro-sama as well. Apparently, however, the responsibility didn't fall solely on the four trespassers' shoulders. Till last year, it was locked up tight, but this year had been changed to a simpler lock. Hadn't that been what allowed thieves to enter so easily? Those were the rumors going around.
クマちゃんは見たことありませんか？私はずいぶん前に何かのようで行った時に見たことをよく覚えてますよ。
Have you ever seen it, Kuma-chan? I remember it well. I had to go there for something quite a while back.
すみません。ちょっと思い出せないっす。
Sorry, I don't really remember.
そりゃもう、おっかないくらいに厳重に施錠してありましてね。
It was locked up so
重そう
tight,
な
it was
缶抜きで
scary.
どっかりと塞がれていて、
There were these real heavy bars holding it shut. Wow.
まるで大金庫みたいに厳重な蔵だった
It
ん
was
ですよ。
sealed up as good as a bank vault. This year, it was a very simple and cheap padlock. The lone girl protecting the shrine, Rika Furude, disliked the heavy locks and consulted with the mayor, who had replaced it with a simpler padlock.
だから村長とフルデリカも同罪ってことなんですか？
Whoa!
村長に続いてフルデリカもまずいじゃないですか。
So, then the mayor and Rika Furude shared the crime? So, then after the mayor, wouldn't Rika Furude be in danger next?
その可能性は大です
It's a
ね。
decent possibility.
クマちゃん、
Kuma-chan,
ひなみ座を巡回している覆面者に至急連絡。
I want you to contact all the cars we have in Hinamizawa.
フルテ神社近辺に張り付かせてください。
Tell them to stick near the Furude shrine.
了解っす。
Got it! Oh, that's it? Okay, wow. Alright, well, we're going right into it. This is bad. It's looking like Rika's in some real danger. Oh, I'm thinking of a title already for this, and so far I really don't know. Like the episode title. I don't want to put everyone's in danger, but like, it's got to be a danger title again. Just don't know yet. After hanging up on Shion, I searched for Rika-chan's phone number on my school's contact list. Wow, you should have that conveniently there. There it is. My fingers trembled with urgency, and I failed multiple times to put in the simple 5-digit number. I mean, this is basically confirming if she did or not.
ケイチ、
Keiichi,
こんな時間に電話？
are you calling someone at this hour?
夜遅くは先方に失礼だからよしなさい。
It's late, and it's being rude to the other person. Really?
今はそれどころじゃないんだよ。
That doesn't matter right now. I shouted angrily at my mother, listening to the dial tone. Pick up, come on, pick up. The time was 11 p.m. Certainly wasn't early. It was essentially the middle of the night. Had Rika-chan already gone to bed? Her phone would be ringing constantly, though. So, would she get back up for me? Rika-chan didn't pick up. She didn't pick up. She didn't pick up! Maybe she just happened to miss it. Maybe her bed was just too far away from the phone. The sound of a phone ringing gets clearer and clearer the longer you go on sleeping. Then, the bathroom? Yeah, she must be taking a bath. If that was the case, then even if she heard the phone, she wouldn't be able to pick up. It's a little late to be taking a bath, but it's possible she normally took baths right before going to bed. I'll wait 30 minutes, then try calling again. And I was thinking that I called her house over and over again. Kept calling over and over, again and again. I kept on calling her, but she didn't pick up even once. I think I kept trying for about 30 minutes. Yeah, she wasn't picking up. My phone call so persistent that she had gotten scared of picking up the receiver? No, that couldn't possibly be it. There was no point doing this any longer. The best thing to do would be to go there in person. Where was Rika-chan's house, though? It's a shrine, but where? Shit. I've never even asked her where she lived. Oh, that's right, you haven't even seen her house in this world yet. Or this timeline, or whatever. That's right, we never did that thing in the beginning in Chapter 1 where we had that picnic, and then I went like, oh yeah, I live around here. Residence was written there in the contacts list. There was an address with mostly numbers, so I couldn't tell where it was just by reading it. Isn't there a map or something in here? Rika Furude. Her last name was Furude. It was a bit of an odd last name, so it might be easy to find. Thinking that, I rummaged around the drawer with the phone book, but could only find things like takeout menus and phone numbers for public establishments. Shit. I tore one thing after another out of the drawer, but I didn't come up with any clues as to where Rika-chan's house was. Calm down, Keiichi Maebara. If you don't know, then just ask. Ask someone who does know.
そうだ。レナなら知ってるに違いない。
Oh, that's it. Rena's gotta know. Oh boy, yeah, calling her at 11 is gonna be a really good idea. I looked up Rena's phone number on the contact list. Rena Ryugu. There she was.
Moshi.
Hello?
竜宮です。
This is Ryugu. It was the voice of a grumpy sounding man. Oh boy. Must have been Rena's father. I'm calling in the middle of the night. I need to be polite.
夜分遅くに申し訳ありません。
I'm sorry for calling so late at night.
前原と申しますが、レナさんはいらっしゃいますか？
This is Maebara. Is there any chance Rena-san is around?
レイナは風呂に入っていますが。あ、出たかな。
Reina is taking a bath. Oh, she's done?
レイナ、
Reina. Oh, that's right, you're...
友達から電話だぞ。
There's a friend of yours on the phone. Oh, right. Reina Ryugu was her real name, wasn't it? I got so used to calling her Rena that hearing her real name caught me a little off guard.
もしもし、
Hello?
お電話変わりました。
This is Rena.
俺だよ、ケイジだ。
It's me, Keiichi.
夜遅くにすまん。
Sorry for calling so late.
あれ
Huh?
ケイチくん
Keiichi-kun?
こんな時間に何かな
What do you need at a time like this?
実
Like
は
this?
その、
Well,
リ
actually,
カちゃんの家がどこにあるのか知りたいん
I
だ。
wanted to know where Rika-chan's house is. Rena seemed a little appalled that I'd call her for something like this at this hour. However, she spoke her next words seriously, as if she'd caught on to how urgent my need was.
うん、
Okay,
いいよ。
sure.
フルデ神社の境内に集会所があるよね。
You know the assembly hall in the grounds of the Furude Shrine?
その裏手に2階建ての倉庫小屋があるのを知ってるかな？
There's a two-story shack used for storage behind it.
そこに住んでるんだよ。
That's where she lives. Oh, okay. I couldn't immediately visualize the place, but as long as I knew she lived on the shrine grounds, I just had to take a look or look around.
わかった。
Got it.
ありがとう。
Thanks.
こんな遅くにすまなかったな。
Sorry again for calling so late.
親父さんに謝っといてくれ。
Apologize to your dad for me too, would you?
そんなのはいいよ、ケイチくん。
Okay, but Keiichi-kun,
それより、どうしてリカちゃんの家を聞くのかな？
why do you want to know where Rika-chan lives? Rena asked me in an unusually sharp way, halting me before I could hang up the phone. I hesitated for a moment about whether to tell her. He was killed because I told him. Whoa, this is even scarier. What is happening?
ケイチ君
Keiji-kun?
聞こえてるなら答えてほしいな。
If you're still listening, could you answer me?
どうしてリカちゃんの家の場所をこんな時間に聞きたいのかな。
Why are you asking where Rika-chan lives at a time like this? Rena affected her usual tone. Beneath her words lay a certain tension, like she intuitively sensed something was going on. What will you do, Keiji? If it's Rena, can't I tell her? He was killed because he found out. I revealed everything, so he was killed.
ケイチ君
Keiji-kun?
レナは真剣に聞いてるんだけどな。
Rena's being serious.
答えてほしいよ。
Please answer me. Rena asked me once again, the tone so forceful. Couldn't imagine her ever using it normally. I was taken aback by her vigor. Rena was Rika-chan's friend too. She had the right to be concerned about Rika-chan's disappearing. If I told Rena then, even if only for a moment, could drive away my horrifying fears.
レナ、
Rena, well,
理由を聞かれると困るんだが、
I can't exactly tell you why, but
うん。
yes? Rena's tone was seriousness itself. Just from that tone, I could feel her saying, no matter what you say, Keiji-kun, I'll believe you. That subtle sense of security gave me the courage to reveal the truth.
リカちゃんが
Feeling
危ない気がするんだ。
that Rika-chan is in danger.
それは虫の知らせかな。
You mean like a
そ
premonition?
れともリ
We
カ
have
ちゃん
some
に危
reason
険
to
が
believe
迫っ
she's
て
in
いる。
danger.
何か確信がある。
They didn't have time to go back and forth with Rena about this. Still, I think I listened to her calm voice, soothe my pointless impatience.
確信はないけど、
I don't have much reason, but yeah, I still hesitated. I had told Rika-chan that we had snuck into the ritual storehouse. The mayor, to whom Shion had confessed before that, had already disappeared. So it was possible that Rika-chan also... I didn't know how to explain it to Rena. While I was tongue-tied, Rena spoke up.
変なこと聞いてごめんね。
Sorry for asking something so
考
weird.
えたら確信なんか必要なかった。
I thought about it, and it isn't like you just need to be sure. Rena laughed a little, seeming a bit absent-minded. No, you know. I wasn't exactly in the mood to laugh, so this time I was dumbfounded. Rena continued in a cheerful yet purposeful voice.
友達のことが心配になって、
You're worried about a friend.
それを確かめるのに理由なんかいらないと思
I
う。
don't think you need a reason to go and check on them.
仮にリカちゃん
Oh,
が
I
出てて、
see.
それを起こしてしまったとしても、
This
そ
is
れが
your
理
way
由
of
なら
saying,
私た
okay,
ちは誰も怒らないと思うよ。
you're letting it go in a way. Okay. Oh man, I'm so glad I can rely on you. I wanted to rely on you so bad, Chapter 1, but then everything happened. Oh, it's nice. Like, you're not remotely suspicious at all. Thank God. Like, you're the first person besides Sadako who has not been remotely suspicious. Oh my God. Even if Rika-chan was asleep and you ended up waking her up, if that was why you did it, then none of us would get mad. Rena, thank you.
じゃあ、
Okay,
まずは
then,
ケイチ君に確認するね。
just one
リ
thing.
カちゃんの家に電話はしたんだよ
You
ね。
called Rika-chan's house, right?
それでどうしても繋がらないから家の場所を聞いてきたんだね。
Then you just couldn't get through, so that's why you asked me where her house is?
ああ、
Yeah, that's right.
10分以上は鳴らし続けたと思う。
I must have called her for over 10 minutes.
ひょっとしたら気づかなくて寝てるだけなのかも。
She could just be sleeping and not have noticed.
リカちゃんの家はとても狭いの。
Rika-chan's house is really small.
だから電話が鳴ったらたとえ寝ていても気づかないわけはないよ。
She would definitely hear the phone ringing even if she was sleeping.
さとこちゃんもいるから二人揃って気づかないわけはない。
Sadako-chan is there too, so there's no way neither of them would notice. What?
サトコってリカちゃんと一緒に住んでるのか？
Sadako? Wait, what? Is she living with... What? Oh no. Oh no, that's even worse. Sadako? You mean she's living with Rika-chan?
うん、
Yeah.
知らなかったの？
You didn't know?
今はその話は後ね。
Well, we can talk about that later.
とにかく
How did we
電
know
話を
that?
それだけ鳴らして誰も
We
出ない
just
のは
moved here.
絶
Everyone
対
act
にお
like
かしいよ。
make me mad. Anyway, if you called that much and no one answered, then something's definitely wrong. Rena understood that the situation wasn't normal far faster than I could have ever imagined her to. mayor seemed dependable. However, the fact that Rena had acknowledged this also meant that the best case possibility of it all just being the result of my own needless fears went out the window.
私も今からすぐにリカちゃんの家に行くね。
I'll go to Rika-chan's house right
一
now.
緒に行く？
Will you come with me?
なら迎えに行くよ。
I can show you the way. Oh, most definitely. Yes. Oh my god. Please, Rena, be my ally. Sounds good.
じゃあいつもの待ち合わせ場所で合流しよう。
Let's meet up at the same place as usual.
待ってるぞ。
I'll be waiting for you.
ううん。
No, wait.
私、ケイチ君の家に迎えに行くから。
I'll come get you at your house.
だからお家で待ってていい
Just
よ。
wait there.
それからご家族に
Tell your family you're
私
coming
と
with
一緒
me
に
to
リカちゃんの
Rika-chan's
家に
house,
行ってくる
okay?
って伝えておいてね。
うちでいいのか？
Will that be okay?
時間のロスのような。
You might lose time if you come here.
あと、みーちゃんには電話した？
Did you call Michan? No. Mion's probably the worst person we could call.
みーちゃん
Oh,
はこういう時すっごく頼もしいの。
she's really dependable at times like these.
まだなら私から電話しておくね。
If you haven't, then I'll give her a call. Oh, yep, there it is. My thoughts froze for a moment. She should have just told me to be careful around Mia during our phone conversation a little while ago. Sonozaki main house was somehow lurking behind the surface of the annual freak deaths. And the current heir to this family, Mion, wouldn't be uninvolved. So, wouldn't that mean she wasn't uninvolved in what happened this year to Takano-san and Tomitake-san? And also the mayor's disappearance?
じゃあね、
Okay, bye.
すぐに行くからね。
I'll be right over.
待っててね。
Wait for me. That's all Rena said before hurriedly hanging up. Now wasn't the time to be doubting Mion. I needed to make sure Rika-chan was safe. Because it all came after. We could suspect you later. I got changed and grabbed the key to my bike. I figured things would go more smoothly if we met up in the place we usually do before school. Rena wouldn't need to come all the way to my house. My parents would probably have objected if I told them I was leaving, so I creeped out without a word. Yeah, I figured. I mean, come on. The night was unusually warm and disagreeably humid. She said that Rika-chan and Sadako lived together, right? And it wasn't only Rika-chan. Sadako wasn't there either! Realizing what them living together really meant caused my mind to immediately take a turn for the worse. That can't be. Sadako is... She's got nothing to do with any of this. Even if there were a reason for Rika-chan to disappear, there shouldn't be one for Sadako. Keiichi-kun! Rena was really fast. She approached me on her bike at an amazing speed. Her breath was ragged, painting a clear picture of just how hurriedly she'd been going.
おう、レナ。
Hey, Rena!
さあ、行こうぜ。
Let's get going.
ケイチ君、
Keiichi-kun, oh, you're serious.
私、お家で待っててって言ったはずだよ。
Thought I told you wait at your house. Is this the time for this? Rena's expression was all business. Was she mad? It came out of the blue and I faltered for a moment.
いや、ここで合流した方が早く出発できると思って
I
さ。
just figured it'd be faster to meet up here. This is a really weird thing to get angry about. I'm sorry, I'm speaking so
ケ
fast.
イチ君は本当に分かってるの？
Keiichi-kun, don't you get it? No, I don't. Tell me. Rena shouted, clearly angry. I'd never seen Rena like this before. Yeah, her tone of voice was even different. Even when, like, last episode when she was crazy, no tone of voice was like this.
分かってるのかって何がだよ。
Get it? What's the problem? Rena seemed to notice she was scaring me. Took a couple of deep breaths, then continued as if admonishing me, but her expression didn't soften at all.
ケイチ君、
Keiichi-kun,
昨日村長さんがいなくなって村中で大騒ぎになったよね。
the whole village is in an uproar now that the elder disappeared, right?
ああ、
Yeah?
そんな中でケイチ君はリカちゃんとサトコちゃんがいなくなったって言ってるんだよ。
Now you're telling me that Rika-chan and Sadako-chan aren't where they're supposed to be, right?
あ
Yeah?
あ、そういうことになる
That
な。
about sums it up. So what? I mean, that,
じゃあもっと用心しなくちゃダメだよ。
then you need to be more careful.
こんな夜中にたった一人でこんなところで突っ立ってるなんて不用心にも程があるんだから。
Oh, I see. That's what you're angry about. Do you have any idea how dangerous it is to be standing out here alone in the middle of the night? I began to understand where Rena's anger was coming from. I mean, I get that, but I mean, I'd rather care more about my friend than myself in this instance. So, I guess that's why it didn't really cross my mind till
ご
now.
家族には ちゃんと私とリカちゃんの家に行くって伝えたよ
Told
ね。
your family you'd be going to Rika-chan's house with me, didn't you?
万が一、
So then the worst case scenario,
私と圭一くんが揃って失踪しちゃうようなことがあ
if
っ
you
て
and I
も、
were to disappear,
いつどの
people
辺で
would
いなくなったのかを
know
残
when
すこと
and
ができ
where
る。
we did. Rena was perfectly level-headed in this emergency situation. A little too perfectly level-headed. I don't like it. I trust in her completely, don't get me wrong. But ever since the night of Watanagashi, every night someone had died or disappeared. The night itself, Takano-san and Tomitake-san met strange ends. On the next night, the elder vanished. Now, on the next night after that, Rika-chan and Sadako were nowhere to be found. I hadn't been thinking of anyone but myself, but it wasn't enough to say that Hinamizawa was a little weird at the moment. It was, in fact, extremely strange. Rena had even anticipated our own disappearances, and had told me to tell my family where I was going. Oh, too bad I didn't do that. I was embarrassed at my own carelessness, and the need to be embarrassed made me afraid of the night.
ごめん、
Sorry, oh, I was about to say.
まだ言ってなかった。
I didn't tell them yet. Oh, please don't be disappointed.
うん。
Okay, oh.
じゃあ一緒に言いに行こう。
Let's go tell them together. Why are we doing all these extra steps? With Rena beside me, I wheeled back towards my house. Man, this is the wrong time to be doing this. The moon seemed strangely high in the sky. A sky that was uselessly vast and cold. So that no matter what, it would never seem to me like a dream. This cruel fact had already confronted me. On such a crazy night, Rena had been unimaginably dependable. Hinamizawa's metamorphosis, enough to make Rena caution me against carelessness, was, to me, the most fearsome thing of all. The moon seemed strangely high in the sky. We met up with Mion on the way, and she, of course, was unsure whether to believe me about Rika-chan and Sadako's disappearance. Really? Man...
ケイちゃん、本気で言ってんの？
Kei-chan, are you serious?
もし冗談だったら、かなり怒るよ。
You get really mad if this is a joke. Why would this be a joke? What the fuck? Ooh. You are making me mad. This is not the time to be doing this. Mion was clearly displeased. Why would you be displeased about this? Hello! Common sense! Go to your brain, please! If this were a joke, it wasn't very funny. Why the hell would we joke about this? What do you take me for? I understood how indiscreet my words were. Since the day before yesterday, someone either died or vanished every night. Well, I mean, yeah. Rika-chan and Sadako disappearing after all of that was something you couldn't say, even in jest. Yeah, that's why we're not saying it in jest, you... Ooh!
みーちゃん、
Mi-chan,
本当に冗談だったなら、怒るんじゃなく笑おうよ。
if it really is a joke, don't get mad, smile.
だって冗談なんだから。
It'd be a joke after all, but it wouldn't. We're not joking. It's more so a
私たちは
misunderstanding.
それが冗談であることを確かめなくちゃいけない。
Need to go make sure whether it's a joke or not.
そうだね。
You're right.
機嫌の悪そうなことを言ってご
I'm
めん。
getting upset. Why would you get upset about that? If anything, you should be more believing of me. You've been the one, searching more than anything. What the fuck? Damn. Excuse my language. Sorry to I'm assuming no one, a kid's watching this, but still. Oh my god. However indiscreet a joke it may have been, if we learned that our friends were safe, it ended up as nothing more than a funny story. Exactly, but I doubt it. This is where the fun times are over, so I doubt it. Yeah. I'm just hoping one of them's still here at least. Having been warned about that by Rena, Mion gave a dry smile, the tension she felt loosening a bit. She mounted her bicycle as well. Still, All three bicycle lights flashed down the pitch-black roads. They were some of the only illumination outside.
ケイちゃんはなぜ急にこんな時間にリカちゃんの家に電話なんかする気になったわけ？
Kei-chan, why did you suddenly decide to call and ask about Rika-chan's house at a time like this? Damn it, I don't want to tell you! You want to ask me the same thing that I had trouble explaining to Rena.
虫が知らせた。じゃあ、おかしいか。
Would it be weird to call it a premonition? Oh yeah, she's really gonna accept that answer. I couldn't quite tell because it was dark. But I thought I could see Mion smiling very ambiguously. Oh wow! That totally doesn't make you any more suspicious in my eyes than before. Wow! I definitely understood that she wasn't convinced though, despite the darkness. Yeah, if anything, ambiguously. What does that mean?
俺さ、うたた寝してる時に悪い夢を見ると、
Well, I had
どう
this
しても
bad
気にな
dream
っちゃ
while
う
I
ん
was
だよ。
snoozing, and I couldn't get it out of my head. Funny enough, a lot of my dreams are like they come true for me. It's really weird. That's why I can get. If this was me, I would definitely like have that. So I mean, obviously, I wouldn't buy it, but I mean, if I was in this situation, I'd buy it because I mean, I get a lot of dreams that come true, and they're just
ケイチ
it's
君
really
は
weird. My dreams
そ
are
れで
weird.
リカちゃんがさらわれる夢を見たわけかな。
So did Rika-chan get kidnapped in the dream?
いや、その、
Well,
もっと漠然とした予感みたいなものだよ。
more of a vague feeling sort of thing. Yeah, where you wake up but you don't remember but the feeling's still there. Yeah.
リカちゃんが電話に出てくれたなら、レナやミオにも続
If
けて電
Rika-chan
話す
had
るつもりだっ
answered
た
the
よ。
phone, I would have called you and Rena after that. Lies smoothly babbled out of my mouth, makeshift though they were. These are one of your better lies. I'm impressed. I'm actually impressed. I mean, the part where like, let's read the lie. Like the first part was like, oh yeah, it was just a feeling in a dream. Okay, not very believable, but then like yeah, I guess a bit more believable. At least you're not like, oh, this just. I don't know. You guys just they look so similar that like I didn't see. I might have just mistaken you for her for Mion. In the moment, I get it. Like he got fooled, but like come on. I was lying because I thought telling them I was connected to Shion would be like silently admitting we'd stolen into the ritual storehouse together that night. Even though everybody knows at this point, we're just gonna continue to just not admit to it or just even bring it up. Like, yep, we're just gonna keep things because we don't trust them, I guess, or just we're scared. Mion didn't press me any further. Well, why was she? I don't know whether that convinced her. No, it definitely did not. Maybe she figured that making sure Rika-chan and Sadako were safe would be faster than making an issue out of it. I felt relieved, and immediately a tiny bit guilty. Mion hadn't really been acting any differently these last few days, but I'm still trying to distance myself from her for some reason. Hello? Are you serious? Common sense? Brain? Like, I feel like there's sometimes, like, common sense just does not go to the brain. And, like, come on. You clearly know that, like, come on, man. It was only because of what I heard from Shion and Oishi-san that she was the successor to some kind of super extravagant gang family. I'm speaking so fast and so urgently because I'm freaking out and I can't calm down. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna go slower, a little bit slower. I just don't like super long run times because I feel like I lose viewership. No. Was I just trying to force myself to forget? Yes, you definitely are. Don't do that, Keiichi Maebara. Bro, what is with the... wasn't it Mion who was the first to ask about the Night of Watanagashi and had those weird eyes that Rena and her had previously in Chapter 1, although you don't know that? But we know that as the viewer/reader? Such a harsh tone at that? I mean, yeah, and the fact that she's connected to Yakuza, done all this, done all that, I mean, a little weird? Have I already forgotten the terror I felt? At the time, Mion looked like someone different from the Mion I knew. Maybe she's possessed by a demon. Like, I don't know. When I think about that Mion, then Shion and Oishi-san's description of Mion made a tiny bit more sense. I mean, or maybe, like, they just know. I mean, I trust the police. That's it, isn't it? If it wasn't for how she acted that day, then I wouldn't be feeling this way towards her now. Exactly. Exactly. That's the same thing. As soon as she started doing that, she started being weird. And the tips aren't making it any better. What on earth was going on with her back then? I was conveniently thinking of only of everything she had done after that, while disregarding the very first thing, the thing I should have been looking at most, wasn't I? I mean, yeah, people can change, though, or just, like, the parts of themselves that they didn't know they had before can be revealed. Like, you're not under... Like, I get... Mion was pedaling her bicycle in front of me, her long hair fluttering in the wind. No matter how long I looked at her back, it never gave me answers to any of my questions. We went all the way to the stone steps leading up to the shrine grounds. Of course, we weren't going to want to haul our bikes up there, so we parked them beside this staircase instead.
フルデ神社か。
So this is the Furude Shrine. Okay, so we
みん
didn't
な
have that
公園
here.
みたいな感覚で勝手に出入りしてるけど、本当はここはフルデ家の立派な私有地なんだよ。
Everyone comes and goes as they please, as if it were a park, but this place is actually a grand estate owned by the Furude family. So the entire shrine is private property. It really makes you feel the passage of time. 10 or 20 years ago, it would have looked the exact same.
だとすると、フル
Wouldn't
デ
that
家って
mean
結構な旧家なんじゃないのか？
that the Furude family is really old?
代々続いた由緒ある。
With the history going back for generations?
うん、
Yeah,
ない。
they're gone.
おかしいよ。
That's odd. Rena said something clearly disquieting, so I ran over to her. Uh-oh.
どうしたレナ？
What's wrong, Rena?
リカちゃんとサトコちゃんはいつもここに自転車を止めてるはずなの。
Rika-chan and Sadako-chan always leave their bicycles here.
ほら、
See?
どこにもない。
They're gone. Took a look around. Indeed, there were no other bicycles aside from the ones we'd taken to get here.
他の場所に止めてる可能性もあるんじゃない？
Couldn't they have parked them somewhere else? I doubt that.
例えば、担いで石段を上がったとか。
Could they have brought them up the stairs?
女の子には無理だよ、ケイチくん。
Those girls couldn't do that, Keiichi-kun. Just as she said, I couldn't imagine Rika-chan and Sadako lugging their bikes all the way up there. We hadn't yet knocked on Rika-chan's door, but reality was already sparking some ideas that weren't what you'd call good. Yeah, they're what you'd call bad. Maybe they were just parked under some trees and we hadn't noticed them. I refuse to believe that not being able to find their bikes here was proof that they disappeared.
行こうぜ。
True. Let's
家
go.
に行った方が
The
は
only
るか
way
に
to be
確
sure is
実だ
to
ろ
check their house. We all nodded and dashed up the stone steps. We passed through the red arc and came out onto the shrine grounds, which was covered in neat gravel. It was so quiet here as though the Watanagashi festival had never happened.
で、リカちゃんたちが住んでいる家ってのはどこにあるんだ？
So where's the house they live in?
こっち、
Over here.
ついてきて。
Come with me. Rena took the lead and sprinted off. We went towards the assembly hall behind the shrine, then looped around behind it. In the darkness of the night, we found a small, prefab two-story shack that looked like a warehouse.
明かり消えてるね。
The lights are off.
寝てるんじゃない？
Are they sleeping? Are they sleeping?
ノックしてみよう。
Let's knock. Rena and Mion neared the shack, which didn't really look like a place people would live. They had such a beautiful shrine, so I figured they'd live in an equally beautiful house. It was far from what I'd expected.
リカちゃん、
Rika-chan,
サトコちゃん、
Sadako-chan,
いる？
are you there? Rena shouted up towards the second floor. Her voice was restrained at first, but it steadily grew louder. No answer. In fact, there wasn't any sort of activity in the house at all.
寝てるのかもしれない。
They might be sleeping.
起こしてみよう。
Let's wake them up. Mion banged on the shutter with both hands. The loud sounds echoed into our surroundings. Hey, this has to wake them up. At this point, yeah, I'm about to say, if you're pounding on that shutter like that, there's no way they're not waking up to that. They would turn on the light in the room, fling open the windows, and yell, "What time do you think it is?" That, however, wasn't happening. There was absolutely no response. Bro, I hate doing this at near 3 a.m., bro. Oh my god, it's giving me chills. Mion stopped slamming her fist on the shutter, and suddenly a silence fell over us. Silence aroused terrible thoughts in us. I could feel the blood draining from my face.
鍵かかってる。
It's locked.
どこかから中に入れないかな。
I wonder if we can get in somehow. Rena showed no signs of stopping. Yep, let's go. Let's go, Rena. Didn't look like she would admit they weren't there until we went inside and saw for ourselves. That refusal to give in gave me strength.
2階の窓とか鍵をかけ忘れてないかな？
Second story windows wouldn't be locked.
俺ちょっと試してみる。
I'll give them a try.
ケイちゃん、はしご。
Keishan, a ladder. Oh, perfect. Neon brought over a ladder that was standing against the house. Oh, no, not that one. I thought it was the one in that corner right there. Like, that one's not gonna work. The footing was a little unstable for me to be climbing it, but Mion held the ladder firmly in place for me. Oh, thank you. Okay, let's do this. I hadn't climbed too many ladders. My inexperience with them exposed, I climbed up one step at a time, and tried to open each window on the second floor.
みーちゃん、 私念のため本宅の方も見てくるね。
Mi-chan, I'm going to check the main house just to be sure, okay?
すぐ戻るから。
I'll be right over. Be right back. Rena darted away. What? A main house? Why didn't we start with that then?
フルデ家の本当の家だよ。
It's the Frude family's... Oh, not this theme. Family's actual house.
両親が亡くなって以来ずっと放置してあるそうだけど。
After her parents passed away, I think it's been left like that. Oh, man. Keep forgetting that her parents passed away, man. It's just like... It's just always the happy times that, like, when it gets brung up, like, at here, it's just like... Oh, it's just like, I forget that, like, yeah, she's lost her parents at a very young age, and so did Sadako. She's lost everything, too. Oh, why am I getting... I'm not trying to get emotional. This is, like, the wrong time to get emotional.
あ、そ
A
う
little
か。
bit. Oh, right.
リカちゃんのご両親って亡くなってるんだよな。
Rika-chan's parents, they passed away, huh? At that point, I recalled something else. Wasn't Sadako living here too?
さとこも親なしだよ。
Sadako's also an orphan.
親代様のたたりってことで、両親が崖から落っこちて
Your
ね。
parents fell from a cliff because of Oyashiro-sama's curse. Wow, you said that so regularly that I did not like
お
that.
兄さんだったサトシくんもいなくなっちゃって。
And her older brother, Satoshi-kun, he disappeared.
サトシって前に聞いた名前だな。
Satoshi. I've heard that name before. I remembered. He was the one who disappeared last year because of the curse.
それ以来、サトコはリカちゃんと一緒にこの小屋で暮らしてるんだよ。
Ever since then, Sadako and Rika-chan have been living in this shack.
互いに身寄りのない一人ぼっち同士。
Neither of them has any family, but at least they're together.
助け合ってね。
They help each other out. At least they have each other, yeah, but...
本宅って言ったか？
Rena said main house, didn't she?
そっちで暮らした方が楽だろうに。
Wouldn't it be easier to live there? I mean, I guess it's just the painfulness of just remembering when they were there. I mean, obviously they wouldn't use whatever this is. I already forgot, but I guess it's just that. The curtains were drawn, so I couldn't get a good look inside to see, but two young girls living together seemed like a pretty tough life.
初めはそうしてたみたい。
I think she tried that at first.
でも、両親を思い出すから辛いって言って。
She said it was hard, though, because it reminded her of her parents. I had no idea. I feel really bad for them. They were normally so cheerful at school that I never even realized an atom of this. It's probably just, yeah, people just not showing their suffering in front of others. Everyone has a case of doing that, and that's just
リカちゃんも
sucks.
サトコも大変なんだな。
Rika-chan and Sadako-chan, they have it hard, huh? Oh,
呪われてるんだよ。
she's cursed. Oh, and there we go. Instead, I'm gonna get pissed because you're about to say something, aren't you?
Eh?
Huh? Suddenly, Mion said something in such a low voice that it sounded like she was really cursing someone. And I didn't let it slide. Hey, don't let it slide. I love that line. That is my new favorite line. Whoa! Oh my fucking god. Yo, why can't I see her face? I turned around on the ladder to face her and asked again.
ミオン、お前、
Mion,
今、
what
なんて言った？
did you just say? Don't stop.
呪われてるって言ったの。
I said she's cursed. Mion, still holding onto the ladder, brought her head up to look me in the eyes. No, stop, don't look at me. Since her eyes met, an absolute zero jolt of I'm so sorry, I'm scared. I don't know what it's going to be. Surged through my body. Oh my fuck!
Oh, hell no!
Mion's eyes clouded over, and within them boiled and bubbled a stew of chaos. That's right, we've seen this before. It was when she said she's gonna kill Oishi back in chapter 1. On like the final day. Oh my god. They whirled around and around like a raging sea, and bubbles floated to the surface. I had at some point been trapped on this ladder, like being cornered on a dead-end street. Uh-oh.
ミオン、お前、
Not this music again.
なんて顔してんだよ。
Mion, why are you making that face? I intended to follow that up with, you're going too far with this joke, and give her a forced smile. There's no point. However, on such uneven footing as I was, the only thing that came out of my mouth was a hoarse groan. I desperately struggled to not let nausea overwhelm me.
王女サトコはね、
Sadako Hojo.
お社様のたたりを一身に受けた
She's
呪われ
been
た子
cursed
な
by
の。
Oyashiro-sama. Why her? No, that's extremely specific. Why? Mion answers with a response to something I never asked, as if replying to someone else's question.
公園の展望台から転落死したのは両親だけ。
The only people who fell from the park observation platform were her parents.
あの子をみそっかす扱いしてた冷たい両親だけが死んで、あの子は一人だけ
Only
助か
her
った。
parents, who treated her like dirt, died that day. She was the only one to survive.
引き取り先であの子をいじめたおばは、綿流しの夜に異常者に脳みそがぐっちゃぐちゃに飛び散って、頭が原型をとどめないくらいにめった打ちにされて殺された。
Then she was sent to live with her aunt, who treated her cruelly. And the aunt was killed on the night of Watanagashi by some deviant who beat her to death so violently her brains were everywhere and her head entirely different shape by the end of it.
いつもあの子をかばってたサトシ君も、
And Satoshi-kun, who always protected her,
あの子の誕生日に突然消えてしまった。
he suddenly disappeared on her birthday. On her birthday? Oh my
あの子を
god.
いじめていなかったのに消されてしまった。警察は家出したんだって決めつけたけど、
Someone
サ
made
トシ
him
君は逃げ出す
disappear.
ような人じゃなかった。
Even though he wasn't abusing her, the police judged him to have run away from home. But Satoshi-kun wasn't the kind of person who would do that.
いつも一生懸命、
He's always earnest.
誰の力も借りずにコツコツと一人懸命に努力する人だった。
He would never ask for anyone else's help. He would always drag himself through everything with hard work alone.
たった一人の妹のために身を粉にして頑張ってたのに消されてしまった。
He worked so hard he nearly ground his bones into dust, all for his one and only little sister, yet someone made him disappear.
あの子のためにだけに生きていたのに消されてしまった。
She was the only thing he lived for, yet someone made him
か
disappear.
わいそうなサトシ君。
Poor Satoshi-kun.
なんて報われないサトシ君。
He's never rewarded that Satoshi-kun. Why? This is... Wow. This is actually insane to me. Like, not only the fact that Mion is acting just purely insane. I'm sorry, there is nothing else to describe this with but insanity. But it's the fact that, like, this sudden obsession with Satoshi. I mean, I'm assuming it's so weird to me because I never, like... I'm just in shock right now. Like, what is this obsession with Satoshi that she's showing me right now? You are very obsessed with him. I mean, some of the lines... Like, you talked about her parents just like... Let me see. You know, look at this, right? Two sentences here. Like, okay, one thing here, one here, and then how many does Satoshi get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, this is 5. This is the 5th one. This is the 5th sentence, and I bet there's a 6. Watch.
なんて恩知らずなあの子なの。あ
How
の子は
ungrateful
呪われ
that
た子。
child is. She is cursed. Do you hate Sadako or something?
あの子に近づけば、それが誰でも末路は同じ。
I'll get near her, suffer the same fate.
たたりで死ぬか、たたりで消えるか。
Curse kills them, or the curse makes them disappear.
あの子に安らぎなんてあるものか。
Have any
あの
relief?
子に安らぎなんてある
She
も
don't
の
have
か。
any relief.
リカちゃんが消えたのもきっとサトコ
Probably
のせいだよ。
Sadako's fault that
違いない、
Rika
違
can't
いない、違
disappear
いない、
too.
違いない、
Has to
違
be,
い
it
ない、
has to be,
違
it
いない、
has to
違
be,
い
it
ない、
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 has
違
to
い
be,
ない、
it has to. Whoa. He mumbling words over and over that were no longer coherent. My shoulders were trembling so hard that I could feel it through the ladder. I almost lost my footing, which made me realize just how far away the ground really was.
落ち着けよミオ。
Calm down, Mio.
何のことを言ってるのか
I
わ
don't know
か
what
ら
you're
ない
talking
よ。
about. I wasn't sure if she even heard me. Mion rocked back and forth. The rocking and trembling was becoming even more violent. Help me. The ladder, it's fall. Oh no. Help me. Help! Just then I heard the sound of many people running towards us.
あ、
Oh, hey!
おい。ここだ。
Over here! I very nearly said help me outright. 4 or 5 adults led by Rena ran over here with flashlights.
ケイチ君、みーちゃん、遅れてごめんね。
Keiichi-kun, Mi-chan, sorry I took so long. Oh, thank God you saved me. She might have killed me.
鍵、借りてきたよ。
I borrowed the key.
助かったね。
Oh, nice one. You no. 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 Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. You not to do this. This 180 on me. No. No, ma'am. No, young lady. You're not gonna do this 180 on me where you were like, and then just suddenly just, oh yeah, nice one. No, no, no. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. I'm sick. Give me some, bro. Why can't I just have an MC that would just be like, hell no? Why? Like, I get it. I love KT10, bro. But please, press her just one time. I'm losing it, man. I've lost it. I think I've actually lost in this episode. I think she's actually just like made me lose my mind this chapter. I've lost my mind, bro. I've actually lost my mind
ど
with
う
how
も
this
窓
went.
も戸締まりは完璧らしくてね。
Seems all the windows and doors are perfectly sealed.
困ってた。
I was getting worried. No, you weren't, liar. Not when I heard Mion talking like nothing had just happened. I again felt a chill run through me. The person currently holding the ladder in place. It was definitely Mion. It was the real Mion Sonozaki. Then, the person muttering to themselves just a few seconds ago. Who was that? The person who was mumbling about terrible things like curses. Who was that? I jumped down from the ladder as if running away before Mion turned into that person who wasn't Mion a second time. The adults tried a few different keys on our keyring as they tried to open the big shutter on the first floor.
リカちゃんの家はね、もともとは町会の防災倉庫だったの。
Rika-chan's house used to be a disaster shelter for the town council.
だからシャッターの鍵を今でも村長さんの家が預かってるの。
So the key to the shutter is still kept in the mayor's house.
今ではリカちゃんとサトコの指定だけど、
It's Rika-chan and Sadako's private residence now, though.
まあもともとリカちゃんの家の敷地内だし、
Well, this is on Rika-chan's property anyway.
誰も文句は言わないけどね。
Nobody complains about it. Mion gave me a smile as she said that. I, however, could only return her gaze with an aghast expression. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, and then it's like, you crazy ass. Hello. Mion was acting all too normal now. That was only contrasted all the more sharply with her earlier un-Mion-like creepiness. Bang! Bam! Clatter, clatter, clatter. Bang! The shutter opened for the first time in a very long time. Rena located the light switch and wasted no time going inside. Followed her in.
リカちゃん、サトコちゃん、いるなら返事をして。
If you're here, say something. We climbed a narrow staircase. It had looked like nothing more than a warehouse, but now that I was inside, I could feel how lived in it was. It was a person's home. Somehow the scent of the two of them filled the place. It's definitely where Rika-chan and Sadako lived. Huh. This is very... Is this the first time I've heard this theme? I want to say this is. This sounds like I've never... I don't think I've heard this before. If you've made it this far, first of all, you're a real one if you made it this far. Have we heard this before? Has this played before? I'm sure there's some Higurashi person that knows if we've heard this before, but I don't think we have. I'm like 90% sure on that, but I could be wrong. Hey, if you made it this far, put hashtag real... Nah, not hashtag real one. That's too lame. No, not hashtag help. Bro, I can't think of a good hashtag. Put hashtag made it this far in the comments. We'll do that. I'm sorry, I can't think of anything. I'm losing my mind still from this episode. First floor doubled as a town assembly warehouse, but the second floor was a space entirely for living. Just like a one-room apartment past the kitchen was a living room taking up about 150 square feet. I hate this theme. I'm on edge. Dressers, cupboards, and the like were packed up into the space, and in the corner there was a huge pile of clothes that appeared to have just been taken in from drying outside. In the center of the living room was a fold-up table, and on it were small containers for things like soy sauce and salad dressing. A sense of a frugal lifestyle drifted from all of it. It was strange that they weren't here in the middle of the night like this. Those climbing through the stairs one at a time began to make a fuss and talk amongst themselves.
どう？
So?
やっぱりいない？
Not here? Yeah.
いない。
Yeah, they're not here.
絶対おかしい。
This is definitely weird. The village had just been thrown into chaos yesterday because of the mayor's disappearance. Then today, even Rika-chan and Sadako-chan, I said Sadako-chan, Sadako had... Are they out playing together somewhere? Yeah, like 1 in the morning. That can't be. The bicycles aren't here, though. Where would they have gone so late at night? Have they just not come back yet? Where did they go? The adults put forth various possibilities, and the house immediately developed in a state of confusion. Eventually, Mion settled them down.
信じたくないけど、君吉の村長さんが消えたのが昨日の今日。
I don't want to believe it, but the mayor, Kimiyoshi, disappeared yesterday.
無関係とは言い切れないね。
We can't say that this is unrelated. The adult's face is paled at Mion's declaration. Maya and Rena's did as well.
例えば、ご近所に行ってお茶でもごちそうになって眠っちゃって、
Let's see. They could have gone nearby for some tea or something, then accidentally fell asleep.
起こすに起こせなくなってるなんて可能性ももちろんあるよね。
Whoever invited them might just not be able to wake them up at all, too.
その可能性をまず潰そう。
We'll eliminate the possibility first.
牧野さんは裏手から沢のあたりの家を回ってください。
Let's eliminate the possibility first. Makino-san, please go around to the houses near the stream.
慶太郎さんはおじゃが池の方。
Keitaro-san, go look near Ojaga Lake.
岡村さんは
Okamura-san, you promptly gave directions to the villagers. The adults followed them without hesitation, despite her age.
私はここに残って電話で片っ端から心当たりに問い合わせてみます。
We'll remain here and call up anyone who we think of on the phone.
じゃあ皆さん、そういうことで。
Everyone, you have your orders. Got it. The adults all roared in reply and pounced back down the stairs below.
さすがみーちゃんだね。
Wow, Mi-chan.
みーちゃんは学校だけじゃなく、ひなみ沢の委員長さんみたいだよね。
You're not only chairperson of the school, but Hinamizawa too.
茶化さない茶化さない。
No time for jokes.
ほらどいて。
Hey, step aside.
おじさんは電話を使うんだから。
This old man is using the phone. Mion grinned proudly, took the receiver, and got started. Rena gave Mion a trusting look, considering her dependable for doing all this. Only you knew! My feelings, though, were a little more complicated, since her leadership seemed to be affirming the Sonozaki family successor impression that Shion and Oishi-san gave me. Stop right there, Keiichi-Maibara. Don't you dare! None of that matters right now. Okay, thank you. Yes, you're right. I almost got irrationally mad there. It's like, don't you dare put it under the side like, oh yeah, nothing's wrong. The most important thing is to make sure Rika-chan and Sadako are safe. We can worry about that later. Let's see. Couldn't there be a clue hinting at where they might have gone somewhere in this room?
とはいえ、そんなのわかるはずもないよな。
Still though, I wouldn't know what to look for anyway. If we tore the whole place apart and figured out what was different from before, we might be able to speculate, but there was nothing strange about this room, and there was no clues in sight. Oh, whoops, I accidentally double-clicked enter. I'm so sorry. In the first place, I had never been here before. Wait, no. I actually didn't go twice. Oh, I thought I did. Or maybe I did, I don't know. There was no way for me to know what was different if I didn't know how the room usually looked. Hey, don't give up, Keiichi-Maibara. Stop thinking and start looking. For something. Such as something, I tried pulling open the dresser drawers and opened the windows. Didn't uncover anything meaningful, though. Rena, also unable to stand around doing nothing, was looking around the room like I was.
でもレナ、
Hey, Rena.
冷蔵庫や流しの下の棚とかを開いてもリカちゃんは見つからないと思うぞ。
I don't think you'll find Rika-chan by opening up the refrigerator or the cabinets underneath the sink.
隠れてるかなって思って。
I just thought they might be hiding. I knew you were gonna say that. As we were searching, it got noisy outside. Villagers were quickly assembling here, having heard the commotion. Of course, a lot of them were probably people Mion had called.
私、みんなに話をしてくる。
I'll go tell everyone what's going on.
遅かれ、警察も来るだろうしね。
The police will be here sooner or later too.
大石のやつにも事情を説明しなきゃ。
We'll need to explain the situation to Oishi. Mion began descending the stairs, and we followed her out of the front of the house. I thought Oishi was gonna put his, like, people around here. Oh, wait, no. Huh. Probably by the time he ordered it, it was probably already when it had... Oh, man. Where the hell were they? This was before that, but I don't know. There were already around 10 adults here. And all of them looked uneasy. I suddenly noticed that the old people from the shrine were here as well. They were praying for Rika-chan's safety, rubbing their prayer beads. This had gotten bad. This wasn't just a problem between friends anymore.
ミオンちゃん、リカちゃまとサトコちゃんがいなくなったってのは本当かい？
Mion-chan, is it true that Rika-chan and Sadako-chan aren't anywhere to be found? Villagers all formed a ring around Mion, swarming her. Oh my god. Mion raised her right hand, as if silencing them to calm down. Silently telling them to calm down.
誰かの家にお邪魔していないか、町会の回覧区分に沿って全校をまず調べよう。
First, let's check every house according to the town council's notification division and see if they're visiting anyone.
本人たちがこっちの気も知らずに、誰かの家ですやすやとお泊まりしてる可能性もあるわけだからね。
After all, they could be fast asleep at someone's house and totally unaware that we're looking for them. It would definitely be hard for someone to wake up Rika-chan if she had eaten a good full meal and fallen asleep like a kitten afterwards. Oh, how nice it would be if that were the case.
こんなことは考えたくないけど、もちろん悪いことが起こった可能性も
Don't
あ
want
る。
to think about this, but it's also possible something bad has happened. Mion's face grew markedly more grim, and a wave of silence washed over the adults.
我々も手分けしよ
Should divide up the work too.
う。昨夜の村長探しで回ったところをもう一度回る。
We'll go around to all the places we went last night while looking for the mayor.
俺たちはダム現場をよく念入りに探してみる。
We'll go look around the dam construction site as best we can.
お前さんたちは学校のあたりを探してみてく
You
れ。
guys go search around the school.
どう
Right!
したらはよ
Let's
回
get
ら
a
んと
move on.
行こう行こ
Come on, let's go!
みんな、昨日も村長さん探しで徹夜だったからね。
All of you were up all night looking for the mayor.
寝不足で辛いだろうけど、どうかよろしく。
I know you're all low on sleep, but please do your best. Got it! With that as their signal, the adults scattered in every direction. I figured I should scatter somewhere as well, so I started walking unsteadily in a direction no one else had gone in. I was getting farther and farther from people. Oh? Just a new theme, huh? Didn't feel scared or anything, though. Someone were made to disappear. Shion and I should be first. It would have been perfectly normal for me to be scared of the dark. However, I didn't feel that way. Why was that? Because tonight, someone already disappeared. So nobody else would disappear tonight. It would take some time before I, exhausted as I was, feel guilty at the cause of my own selfish sense of relief. Oh, yep, okay. Oh boy, okay, we're gonna stop here. We're gonna stop here for today, everyone. Hold on, we're gonna save and then we're gonna go to the end. Alright. Okay, so, alright. That's it for this episode today. Wow, what an episode is all I have to say. I think I quite literally lost my mind this episode with how much was going on. This is just lower dumping and crazy time, and it is currently 3:11 in the morning. I had, while a great time, also a miserable time this episode. But I hope everyone enjoyed. This has been one of my longer videos since I came back, but I had a ton of fun, despite the fact I was miserable too. All that's been happening. I want to thank you all for watching. Yeah, obviously we'll have Corpse Party on. When will this come out? Let me see. So you'll see Corpse Party on the 8th. And then you'll see on the 10th. One more thing. There's gonna be a video I might post It's not gonna have a clear time yet, but it's a game that's soon going to have a movie in like by like almost Halloween. It's a horror movie. I was thinking of replaying those games for the first time in like 7 years since I last played them originally. If you know what I'm talking about, then let me know down below if you made it this far anyway. And then I'll say if you're right or not. But I'm not gonna record it tonight because it's way too late to be recording that, especially now after all this. But yeah, once I'm done editing the Higurashi video you're seeing now, then I might try like I'll record maybe that as well. Anyway, with all that being said, I thank you all for watching this video. I am very glad for all the support I've been having lately in my return. Very grateful, and I'm having a lot of fun back. With all that being said, I will see you all next time. Peace, and have a great day.